So, here's the thing, as a content creator, your biggest leverage is actually creating content. Your ability to edit videos fast could be the difference between small and big checks. So in this video, I'm gonna show you practically how to edit super fast and really make your workflow so much better. Every creator has his unique style, and most of the time, you're probably doing the same edits over and over for your content. The same animations, the same backgrounds, the same sound effects, so you're losing a ton of time doing them over and over again. That's why you need to build an asset library. Now I'm gonna show you two ways to do that, and probably the second one saves me countless hours. So the first way, the newbie way, would actually just be like collecting assets like I have here, like for example finding a good iPhone frame that you know you use all the time and just having it in your folder and having to open the Finder or window and just drag and dropping the assets every single time. This is a pretty slow way to do it, but it's super simple. There's a much better way. That better way is just to use a simple plugin that already has everything you need inside Premiere Pro. So actually the navigation is much better because here in Finder it's all over the place. Here you, for example, Riser, and you just instantly see your asset that you search for. Let me show you quickly how I can make 6 animations super fast with this, so you can see the power of this plugin. So let's jump on the first one. As you can see, when you hover it, you see the preview of the actual assets, and if you want to drop it in your timeline instantly, you can just drag and drop it or double click it. Let's do that. And if you want to edit literally anything, you just go onto the properties, and for this let's just add a random text like change text. Now to change the animation speed or anything, all you have to do is just drag a slider. Also to change the color, just add here yellow. By default you will get this nice background which makes the animation look so much premium. You can also make the glow here more or less intense, and to change the position we just have to move it around in any place basically. Now just look at it, it already looks ready. Now for the second example, let me show how easy it is to create a full screen animation by just combining 2 presets. Now if you want to choose a background, just go on the background tab and click on whatever you want. I'm just gonna click on this one and boom. Now let's go over to overlay tab and select this overlay here, which is gonna add this checkmark animation. As you can see, it added it instantly. Now all you have to do is change the text and the position if you want. Again, you can customize here everything to your liking, but really I don't have to do much to it as it already looks amazing. Now for example, let's take this box. If I wanted to make it more round, all I have to do is just slide this slider, and also let's add a nice outline to it. And for the check mark, you can change here however you want it to look like and add a glow as well if you want. And that's how you create this animation in literally just like 30 seconds. So not only this plugin makes editing easier, it also makes it more fun. Now next I'm gonna show you this background preset that I've made for myself. Let's navigate over to the backgrounds and double click on it. I made this because I need it for my clients, so I can customize everything however I want without having to search on YouTube for anything, because it wasted a lot of time for me and it was pretty painful. Now let's go over the settings. As you can see here, I can change everything as well. Let me change the color of it, add these elements to create more depth, and basically just make it look much nicer. As you can see, we are adding some particles as well here, and let's make them a bit more blurry or more visible. Let's stick to this. On top of everything, we can add much more like noise, blur, vignette, and you can easily add everything and make a new background for yourself, which is pretty cool. If you navigate back to the background presets, you can find also this pixel upgrade I made for myself very recently. These are the backgrounds that I use right now in my videos. Now for the third example, let's take this short form video where I want to make a ManyChat comment CTA on it. All you have to do is navigate to the overlays and just add customizable comment CTA. And what you have to do is just change the text here and type basically anything. For this example, let's just do video, and for example, let's change this cursor. Here you can see that I have many options to customize this cursor, and now for the boss I can easily make it smaller or larger, however I want. For this example, I'm gonna make it bigger, and that's basically all that I have to do. Now we have CTAs for everything: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, so let's pick the next one. Let's go for an Instagram CTA for the follow button. And let's play around with it for a bit. With this one you can change the profile picture with any image you want. I'm just gonna change it to this cute cat, and if you want to change how it's positioned, you can just change it here. Also you can change this border and can even change the color theme or just the whole look of the preset. You can also change the color for the follow button. I'm just gonna leave it blue because that's my color. So with this plugin I can add complex animations inside Premiere without really leaving it. It's pretty crazy. Let's now navigate to sound effects, for example. Also for searching you can use this box at the top. For example, let's search for risers. Double click and boom, it's on our timeline. With this plugin I was really picky what I choose to be inside it, so I made sure everything is high quality. Now if you want any transition you can go to the transitions tab. I'm just gonna use this customizable one that I've made, which I use for my videos and my clients' videos too. And now if you want to make these animations any different, you can make it transition from the center or from the side, and you can click on any of these backgrounds. And what's really cool about it is that you can add any image or your logo at this button in the center here. For this example I'm gonna make it as a warning or disclaimer, for example. And if I want to change the background to red so it fits for me, it takes like 3 seconds to do. Now I instantly have a professional looking animation. And as you can see here, I have a ton of other settings that I make, so you can easily make it fit in any video you have. Now let me show you a quick overview over the plugin of everything basically. As you can see, for sound effects I added like 100+ sound effects. There are a ton of backgrounds too. I recently added 8 new backgrounds and I'm constantly adding stuff to the plugin. You can also change the view size of the tiles from this slider. There's also short form or long form assets, so you can just toggle between them however you need to. You will find a bunch of other stuff too, like overlays, which are made transparent, so you can instantly add them to make your stuff look more interesting. And what's really cool is that you can mark your favorite assets. Let me show you. All you have to do is click on the star here and they will always pop up right at the top, so you can import them even faster. And if you want to, you can find them in the favorite section too, which is just a great bonus. And one of my favorite things about the plugin is just the preview. Also we have recently used here, so you can reuse stuff super easily. Also you can make the sidebar smaller if you want, as you have more space for your assets. At the moment of making this video there are 260 assets in there, but you might find more actually when you purchase, as I'm always making updates. All of them are picked out and I make sure they're actually good, not just some random assets. The install of the plugin takes only 5 minutes and it's actually for Premiere and After Effects, as the plugin works in the same way for both. So if you want to create sick animations, just click the download button and I can't wait for you to try it. See you there.